Good afternoon. This is Wednesday, and 2 days after I made the last video, the one that went through Portmeadow, Godstow, Wolvercote and the Trout, and it's been raining all day. At the moment it's sort of spitting and sunny at the same time, which is a peculiar combination. So I'm not going to go very far, but I wanted to get some kimchi, which is a sort of Korean fermented sauerkraut, and the shop that sells it is in the city centre. So I'm just going to walk over there and maybe be around for half an hour or so. At the moment I'm standing in St Giles outside the Tailor's Cafe, as I've done several times before. I have to watch my footing because the pavement gets very greasy when there's light rain. I think heavy rain washes away some of the grease, but light rain doesn't, and you can quite easily slip over. So I'm now walking down St Giles. You'll see some umbrellas around. That one wasn't one that I intended to mean, but once again it shows the authorities' attitudes to such unfortunate people. You know what it's like when you've been out in the wet and you feel sort of morose and you want to get really warm and dry everything. Well, I'm sure he feels the same way, only he can't. One advantage of the rain appears to be that there are fewer people around, so it's easier to maintain a straight path.
I do love the image though, that a student comes in for a tutorial and they're sat
That's the Oxfam Bookshop with its normal window display. I must go in and look at that. Sempé, I like his cartoons. de Bon Matin. Excuse me while I turn off the phone. I'm going to go in and inspect that. Right, could I take that, please?
Sure. So that's £9.
Okay,
There you go.
that's great.
And I'll go through in a moment.
Okay. Yep. Thanks so much.
No problem. There's a receipt if you want one.
Thanks. I think on the whole I prefer his smaller scale cartoons, probably because they're easier to take in at one go. Nice though, and he does a lot with a few lines, depicting all sorts of different faces.
And then the second is what's that man?
I'm still going down St Giles. That's the main entrance to St John's opposite. That's the usual horde of tourist coaches. And that's the usual horde of tourists. Hell, I hate wet weather. They're stacking them too deep.
Don't bring it on top.
And now I'm outside the Grand Randolph Hotel and the Ashmolean Museum. I'm on Beaumont Street, and that is Worcester College at the end. Very nice. What I'm going to do before getting my kimchi is to have a quick wander around the Gloucester Green Market, which occupies Gloucester Green, the area by the bus station, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays and Saturday. One of the videos that I put up earlier, interview with János Nagy, the Hungarian, I did there, but there are lots of other stalls which I'll show you quickly. This is me going down towards the Gloucester Green area where the market is, and those are fairly modern flats built in the 90s, I think. Those are the Burton Taylor rooms, which I'm a bit close to show properly, but as the name suggests, they were inspired by or provoked by Richard Burton, who wanted a venue for experimental theatre in Oxford. Round the corner is the Oxford Playhouse, and I showed you two signboards as I passed. This is the Gloucester Green Market. It's surrounded by more of these flats and by a row of shops. Yeah. You really can't go far in Oxford without encountering this. Look at that, he'll be sleeping on that tonight. This is the end row of the market. It's near where I met the Hungarian on that video, and it's food stalls. All nationalities, Hong Kong, Greek, Tibet. Actually, quite a lot of them are closed. I think the weather people were giving out some quite alarming forecasts today, and some stallholders have decided it best not to bother coming. Iranian or Persian. That looks very healthy. Korean. Yeah, lots of them closed because of the weather. There's not much of the Syrian stuff, but that looks good when it's open. Then there's a Polish chap called Karel who sells artisan baked. Oh no, sorry, apologies. That's not Karel. That's I think his name is Hashim. Donuts. Eggs, Polish rye bread. Turkish delight. Various types of pistachio nuts, olives, and olive oil, which I often buy from here. Sashimi. Then there are 2 large fruit and veg stalls. Bananas, limes, lemons, grapes. Over there, pineapples, and there's the guy who is the Polish baker, Karel, selling artisanal bread, focaccia, spelt. I think he has ciabattas. There's the other vegetable and fruit stall. I'm just showing them your bread. Sorry?
Are you swapping onto digital art?
Oh no, I'm still doing the old-fashioned sort, but if I tried drawing today, my paper would go all soggy.
Sorry again?
If I tried doing any drawing today, my paper would go soggy. It's dreadful.
Soggy paper?
Yeah.
And pen?
And pen. I'm just showing them your stall. I'm doing a series of walking videos.
I see. Are you publishing them anywhere?
Yeah, they're on YouTube. I did an interview with Janos, the Hungarian, last week.
Oh, I've seen it.
Have you?
I think
Ah.
I did. Were you recording as well when he was making...
Langosh.
Langosh?
Yes.
Is that your production?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Showing some of the stalls, and I've already mentioned that you do focaccia and spelt and various other types
You're gonna
of...
be an Oxford vlogger.
I am an Oxford vlogger. I've got 14 videos up.
Congratulations.
Because I do all these long walks in the countryside, as you know. Right, I'm going to turn this off because I'm getting it dripped on, but thanks. Okay, so that's the market with some of the food that I buy regularly. I'm not going to linger because I don't want my phone to get too wet. I think they're pretty much waterproof, but you can apparently get damage to the speaker. So I'm going to leave Gloucester Green, walking south, I come out onto George Street and past a succession of kebab shops and such like. That used to be that rather grand building used to be a school, and then it was eventually taken over by the university and became the social studies building, and I think it's now the history faculty. That's George Street. Street, and the other end of George Street, none of it particularly inspiring. So I'll cross George Street.
You just say to him, I just confirm it now.
This is New Inn Hall Street. Also pretty deserted because the weather's so nasty. That's the Wesley Mem, the Wesley Memorial Church. That is St Peter's College, one of the more recent. It became a permanent private hall, as they call it, the sort of predecessor to a college, in 1929, I think it was, and a proper college in 1963. It doesn't have the distinguished architecture that somewhere older like Merton or Christchurch has. That, as you can see. I said that the building I showed you on George Street used to be a school. So did this. This was taken over by St Peter's maybe about 30 years ago, and it used to be what was called a pastry school. That is basically a sort of domestic science and cooking institution. There used to be an Argos here and one or two other useful shops. It's recently been completely rebuilt by an outfit called Lothbury. And Lothbury are very odd because they don't seem to care about the end users of their buildings, which of course includes all of us as we're looking at them. All they care about is their investors. That's where I bought my memory sticks, Robert Dias, the ironmonger. That is Lothbury's sole advertisement, creating value for its investors. Nothing said at all about the people who will use the buildings. Got a mask. This used to be a shopping centre, Clarendon Centre, and like so much construction in Oxford, like the station bridge and the river bridge that I showed you, it's just been left sort of half unfinished. I've no idea what was supposed to happen to it, but whatever is happening clearly, whatever was meant to happen clearly isn't. As ever here now, they've blocked off access, which was supposed to be permanent, so you can no longer get out in that direction. Lothbury, creating value for its investors and chaos for everybody else. Now I'm in Cornmarket Street. There's a busker over there somewhere braving the rain. And somebody very loud over there. I think it's the guy who keeps telling us to love Jesus. Can't see him now. Coming up to Carfax. curvy building at the end on the left is the new Westgate Shopping Centre, completed, I think, 2017. This is where I'm going to buy my kimchi. So that is kimchi. It's very well known in Korea, and as I say, it probably evolved as a way of preserving vegetables during the winter. Salt them heavily, add garlic and other spices, and then ferment for 2 to 3 months. It does have a very strong smell, which a lot of Westerners are not accustomed to. But I like it a lot. And it's now started raining quite heavily, so I'm going to turn off. See you tomorrow. Bye.